Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hearthstone. Recording number 3 for this recording session. Let's get this warrior done if we can. Playing on ranked. I want to get up to ranked 19. Just to see if I can turn around and use that as something to get more reward from it. I don't know. It'd be nice if the rewards went up a little bit. It would be nice of a lot of things.
Bring it on!
What would be really nice with the new expansion is if they just gave all the legacy people like me or anybody who's ever played or logged in at all just a ridiculous amount of dust for the cards that have been banned, just to say here's a gold equivalent or dust equivalent of all these cards. And I guess in theory you could do that if you just want the classic pack and to play the classic game. I suppose you could take all the Nexramus cards and turn those to dust, and you could, well, maybe you can't do that with Nexramus. Maybe there's something you can't disenchant. We'll have to see what happens there. And then all the Goblins versus Gnomes cards, you could possibly do the same too. I don't even know what I want to do here.
Back to work!
So yeah, I guess you could do that with at least the Goblins versus Gnomes. When any deck gets banned, turn all of those cards that you have into dust, and then try and use those dust pieces to turn around and do something else. Let's see. But that would be a ridiculous thing to do, because you would get like 10 dust for every classic basic card. Well, every basic card, not classic. For every Goblins versus Gnomes basic card you turned into dust, you'd only get 10 dust. For every basic card you would want to create, or that you could create, you would have to spend a ridiculous 100 on it. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio of loss. It's incredibly silly. It would be incredibly silly to do that. If you were at the level like that, you're better off just living with what you had. I mean, you're just better off playing in the wild tournament. What really will go crazy is if they ever got rid of the wild section, which is possible. Everything seems like it's possible now. Anything and everything could happen. So, if you couldn't play those banned cards on anything, then yeah, I guess you have no reason to keep them. And I imagine if they did that, they would just turn it at that point. And the game would update so that you couldn't have them at all.
Job done.
Darn it. Would have been so much better if this had been hit. Deal 2 damage to everybody.
I can fix anything.
Do I want to keep this one alive? If I do this and this, it won't work.
Job done.
So the good news is he's got no problems. Bad news is he just won.
Battle detected.
Might have been able to turn it around if I could have gone one more turn there. But that's kind of a silly thought, because if I can't get to the point I can't get to, why should I speculate and say, well, if something different had happened, well, something different didn't happen, so just deal with it, I suppose.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
My warrior deck is not the greatest. It's still very heavily focused around the berserker, trying to do damage and damaging your own characters. I suppose you could potentially make a pirate deck for the warrior. You could always put a Murloc deck in it. Maybe that's what I'll end up doing when it gets around to being the turn for the warrior, to try and get that to max level. The only thing its abilities, the other kind of deck to make on this is the deck where you get ridiculous amounts of armor, and I'm missing too many of the cards needed to pull that one off. Let's see. I'm gonna do this first, because if I brought that one out, she'd just use her ability and negate its usefulness. So I don't know what I do next turn. Ideally, what would happen is she would play the 2 mirror images card. That'd be really nice. Let's see. Just gonna end the turn here.
Job's done.
Get armor instead. If next turn I play this, if next turn I play that, then I play that. That'd be nice.
Ready to flee.
Job's done.
So this one doesn't gain +1 attack in your hand, unfortunately. Which some cards now do gain attack when they're in your hand. So a modern interpretation of the Prophet Berserker says something different than what the old interpretation would have been. Do I want to do something here?
Why
Count me in. Stop moving.
Next turn is our 6th turn.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
this. Interesting.
My blade be thirsty. Stop moving!
Job's done.
So how he plays here is kind of crucial. Because I can pull this to my advantage.
What to do? What to do?
How many times that would have been out there. So if I had done that, I would have won. And I was gonna just take a couple damage to get damage, give it +3/+3. So watch this. Cleave. Counter spell. Interesting. Fine, we'll take this.
Job's done.
Instead. Into him. Got me down. That's interesting. So that combination there almost felt like it was intentional when it really wasn't. What rank? What rank were we? I don't know. Can I see that in the Hearthstone deck tracker app? Let's see.
Garrosh versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
No, I don't think I can. Let's see. Nope. Hold on. Nope, I don't want that one either. Yeah. So I don't know what rank he's at. You'd think you'd be able to do something like click on him or something and see what rank you're playing, but nope. I'll have to wait. Infinite glass particle. So, it's gonna hit me in the face twice, Raj. And him once.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Greetings.
That actually worked. That almost never works.
Are you mocking me?
Ah, see, he does get mad. And then you can't click on him anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this guy out. He apparently is holding a dragon. Interesting, a dragon deck. I don't think there's enough dragons to make a dragon deck.
Lance care.
Greetings.
We already did that. I'm gonna squelch you. I'm not going through that garbage. I'm gonna take greetings, then greetings, and then greetings. I don't even know what game I should cover next. If I'm ignoring You Don't Know Jack, which I shouldn't ignore You Don't Know Jack. But
What we do.
inherently, I feel like I'm probably dropping the ball on something. That would be my guess. That would be 100% what's my guess on what's happening. 'Cause I'm dropping the ball somewhere, or I'm just not keeping momentum and not getting further and further ahead.
Wield the power.
I would, like I've said, I want to be a year ahead. The only way to do that is focusing on playing new games, more and more games. Let's see. Let's try this.
Did someone say bomb?
1, 2, 2 here. There we go.
Job's done.
I need to play one of these and do 20 damage.
Show them no mercy.
Here we go. Attack. Attack. Armor. And then the turn. So next turn I play this and this again. Let's try this actually.
Wanna blow something up?
Darn it. In the turn. I've been watching this new show, The Magicians, on Sci-Fi. It seems to start it off alright so far. The question is just where it's gonna go, whether it's gonna turn into a potentially like a teen college drama, or whether it's gonna go some other direction.
Job's done.
I don't know. I think there's some mystery that was introduced at the beginning, but I don't know where that goes. And then I'm watching Agent Carter, which is alright, I suppose.
Leave me alone.
Here. And then in the turn. don't see how I'm gonna win this. I'm not gonna win. Great. We're having a losing streak here. A little bit of a losing streak. Not terrible. But it's probably way too late in the game to be doing this. Let's go to casual play. I should have probably done this from the beginning. So here's an interesting thought I just had. Should I stop doing arena runs? Every 6 days or so we do an arena run. That's another 150. Doing an arena run was getting us classic packs.
Victory
But if
or
I keep
death.
the 150,
Bring it on.
that's 1.5 of the other packs I could buy. And I guess I don't know the answer to that question until I know the answer to whether I want to buy classic packs or the new expansion or what. I guess we are gonna have to stop arena runs, aren't we? It's ridiculous. We just kind of started back doing them again. But as it stands, I need as much gold extra because I'm going to, when the new expansion comes out, unless things work differently or come about differently, I need to buy 50 packs of the new expansion, and then whatever gold is left I'm gonna buy of the Goblins vs. Gnomes. Did this one, did this one. That's not too bad. In the turn. There we go.
My blade be thirsty.
What I like about the Magicians TV series, if I'm just going to talk about it a little bit, is the just vast prevalence and usage of magic. It's, I guess Harry Potter kind of did that too. Let's see, do I want to split 5 here? What does this guy do? Whenever a minion takes damage, gain +1 attack. Deal that. So, but the difference between Harry Potter and the Magicians is that Harry Potter was little kids, and it didn't get dark until they were almost halfway through being teenagers. I would say 14, 15, 16. This is an interesting way this is gonna go. Interesting whatsoever. This is a well played one.
Well played.
Oh, you guys!
That was rather well played. Let's see, next turn. I'll hold back in the turn. What I'm thinking I'm realizing here. Oh yeah, they're making the Warcraft movie. I saw that. A trailer for that. I don't know how well that's gonna do. That's asking quite a lot.
Everyone, get in here!
Let's see.
Ruktar,
Start by killing that one. And then... Where were we gonna bring out? This guy? And then... this guy?
Job's done. Everyone, get in here!
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Play this, I suppose.
No problem.
Attack here. In the turn. And I like how in the magicians they do these weird hand motions to show that they're doing magic versus the traditional bubbling pots and brewing
Armor made to fit.
stuff. So I've only seen a couple episodes. Even from the very beginning, it shows potential that it might just fall down completely as a show.
Problem.
It is on the Sci-Fi Channel, so why I would even start watching it is just part of the insanity. A lot of this newest season that promised to be yet another reboot and getting back to basic things haven't really been super great. Like Childhood's End was a mini-series based on a very old book. It was somewhat interesting, but the problem is it's such an old story that what would have been amazing reveals and revelations in the time that it was made are now just commonplace, obvious things that anybody would recognize.
No problem.
Let's go ahead and get rid of this character. And then do 1 damage here. Play this one.
Job's done.
In the turn. So next turn I want to do this and this. He'll want to do that and that.
What now?
Be Berserker, that would be great. It was great. And I can play both of these cards next turn. And probably will, even if this character dies. You wanna gamble? Let's gamble.
Did someone say bomb?
Now if I played this one, the odds would be lower to hit this one, and this one won't be able to attack. There we go. go 17. It's not a luck. It's victory. See, as soon as we start playing casual, we start winning. That's where I need to be. Obviously. Need to be playing casual. One more victory needed. And then we need one more priest things. Ideally, if we're gonna only do 3 recordings, I need to get like a concession disconnect right now.
Garrosh versus Anduin.
And then move the priest and get another victory on priest. I guess I do have probably a little bit of a backlog on things to listen to as far as podcasts, since I've been playing The Witness and it's been taking up more time. I really enjoyed being interested in playing The Witness and it being a new game, and so once I eventually get to that level, that I am... Yeah, this is fun to play this right now. Once I get to a level where I'm playing mostly new games, I think I can enjoy that a little bit more and not be so burnt out and so repetitive.
I'll take you down with me.
But then I've got a bunch of... Well, I've got a moderate amount of games on my Steam thing right now, too. I don't know what the exact level should be as far as Steam games that are always kind of in the backlog. I guess, in a sense, I would want to always maintain a backlog. That way, if just for some reason there was no new video games coming out worth playing, or or I couldn't afford them, then I'd still have some things to play. But really, it's not that big of an issue, I don't think, because I could always go back and play a game again. And we still have things like Skyrim and Portal. Not Portal, but Borderlands. Yeah, we've never gotten to that level. Let's see. Here. Heal that up. And then... Do I want to do this, or...
No problem. Job done.
Interesting decisions there.
Let the dark consume you.
Whenever you target this minion with a spell, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Interesting. Interesting character. Who do I want to beat down with this?
What we do.
Attack the face. Attack the face. Now we have an interesting thing. If this one's gonna die, no matter what it does. If this one attacks here, it does 2 damage more, plus another 2 damage. So I've got this set up where potentially, no matter who is summoned, it's gonna take enough damage. Interesting, double the health though.
the life
This is
in
an
me.
amazing card. I need this badly. But I'll have my priest deck to max level before I could ever even get this. That's the problem with the levels is you'd hit max level way before anything else happened. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Whenever a minion takes damage, gain 1 attack. Well,
What
if I
now?
do that, let's do this. And then play this.
The blade be thirsty.
And then let's see. I don't need to play that card.
Rend and tear.
In the turn.
That's true.
In turn. That didn't feel like a particularly useful or good combination there. To play 2 cards that just destroyed and did damage to everybody.
Welcome
It took
to
him
the
out.
exhibit.
And everything, so it's not like it was a terrible combination, but it didn't feel tight and well thought out. It felt random and luck based. And I just don't buy into these random luck based things. Alright. Well, what's odd is yes. I can just do
strike.
this. And I'm just gonna end the turn. I don't want to play this, I don't want to play this, I don't want to play that. Any of them would kill this character. But right now, he doesn't seem to have the ability to kill this character. Even though he has an incredibly large number of cards. He has 7 cards. You'd think he'd be able to play something on the 7th turn.
I wonder. I wonder.
How many fingers do you see?
Not move quickly.
Taunt, give another one taunt. This. And I suppose I could bring out this guy now.
Work. I strike.
Oh, you know, I could have risked this one too. The odds would have been kind of high. Interesting. Because it would be really low that out of 3 strikes that these 6, 7 options here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Try. How does this work better? I guess it works better if we do
Did
this.
someone say bomb? Wanna blow something up?
So I think I just handed him the game. I think I just handed him the game. That's a oops.
Take this time to consider your past deeds.
If instead I had played Abomination, I would have won. Probably.
What we do.
Hey, wait a minute, I won. Unless he can get away around this guy. I've won. Unless he can silence this guy or attack my face some other way. Which he did. Darn it. Darn it. So the thought there is probably gonna be, let's see if we can quickly get one more. Probably be, we would have lost either way. Seems like he had the cards to play. Not doing great. Not doing great. This will be the last game for this recording, and we'll go into recording number 4, overtime. Man, if I was still doing 30-minute episodes, we'd be into number 5 or 6. Pretty much out of things to talk about. Let's see. Just TV, that's the only thing that I've been watching, and very little of that, even.
Job's done.
Can't even play there.
Back to work.
I've gone, wow, I just realized how crazy I've gone as far as shows. Like, seriously, as far as like Legos and all of that. I think there's a solution here.
The blade be thirsty.
What I need to do
No problem.
is, instead of trying to do you don't know Jack, I should, well, I still may end up doing you don't know Jack, but I should bump up the point-click adventure games and Telltale games to, what does this guy do? At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. Well, and +1 attack if you do any damage.
What
This
now?
minion takes damage.
I strike. No problem.
Or here in turn. He says, I knew it. Yeah, if I move up Telltale games, point-and-click adventure games, into a time slot, and then potentially, let's see, put it in the you don't know Jack time slot, and then put Lego games in that time slot, I think that becomes a good merger, so we could have that just be dropped as something. because right now I'm releasing The Witness, and I added Lego. That's 2 extra series right now. And then we have point and click adventures on Telltale. Then we have small independent games, which makes 4. Then we have You Don't Know Jack, which is 5. And then Hearthstone, which is 6. And then you have AAA title games at 7. It's incredibly too many. Hearthstone can't go anywhere. AAA title games can't go anywhere. Unless I was going to just schedule or drop playing old AAA games, which maybe I'll do that if I ran out of them, but I couldn't imagine any other scenario in which I would do that. We've got Assassin's Creed things we could still do. We've got Borderlands things we could still do in that. We got Skyrim. We still do. I have a bunch of Lego games, so I can't turn around and say, well, I'll just not do the Lego games. I think in a lot of ways that helps. It helps to do them. Let's see. If we do this,
Ready to flee.
and then this, and then this, let's see what happens there.
Drink with me, friend.
Let's see. This is gonna be interesting. Whatever he does isn't gonna work.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, I think they were. Here.
Wanna blow
I want
something
this
up?
guy to get hit. That would be fine.
Practice makes perfect.
Stop moving!
There we go, nice combination. So that's not gonna work, but that's fine. I can do it. If I can attack
This guy's toast.
this guy for 3, and that would be 8.
Ready
guy.
to flee!
And
Hoo-hoo, yeah, you got it!
this. And gotta gamble.
Did someone say
I
bomb?
want to hit this guy once, and then this guy every single time. I'm fine. No, if I'd hit this guy a couple more times, it would have been better. I could have won. 2 more times there, and I could have won.
Something needs tinkering?
This is a very random thing. It shouldn't be in my deck. This. This. And what can we do? If we hit this one, then he can still win. I'm gonna lose here. I'm gonna lose, really. Like, I can't kill either one of these.
Job done.
He's gonna play the ultimate defense here of winning the game. Ultimate defense. There. Anywho, we're at 6,330. That's kind of nice, but we still need one more warrior and 3 more priests. And if we don't get it in the next recording, that's going to be it for this recording session. I'll do it offline. It's getting late into the afternoon. Anywho, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.